Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Bear It All, the podcast with your girl, Jay.
And B.
Hey.
And
somebody who you guys like, who be always in some nonsense, being so outspoken, Mr.
Trev Smoove, you know what's going on.
We talked about this Trev Smoove. We talked about your introduction before. How you supposed to cut? How you supposed to say it?
This is how I'm supposed to say it. What you talk? So how you gonna tell me how I'm supposed to say it?
Smooth.
How you gonna say it?
We need the smooth.
Trev Smoove is always smooth. Like, you know what I mean? We out here. We out here today.
Is he always smooth?
So I'm come to take over today. That's what's gonna happen. I know y'all wasn't expecting
too many
that.
times, y'all.
Yeah. So now I've infiltrated.
So wait, how would we like mix that? So you're gonna change our name and everything for today's episode? Is it still Bear It All?
I don't think it could get better than Bear It All.
Right.
Yeah, Bear It All.
Better than
Bear It All.
That's right.
Especially, I like the logo.
What you like about the
Every
logo?
guy that comes on here likes a logo, and that is not me. Just putting it out there. It's not.
It kind of looked like your silhouette a little bit.
Okay.
You weren't the model for that?
I definitely wasn't, because it would not look like that.
What would it look like?
Spillage.
Don't start your shit.
It would be a little bit spillage everywhere. She looked like she'd been doing some squats.
And she definitely have been doing some squats. Yes.
All right. So yeah, take over.
All right,
Let's go.
The name is still Bear It All, but what we talking about today?
Okay. So look, I've been quote unquote studying dating apps, right?
You always study.
Yeah, we always are studying. I'm a studious guy, so I've been studying the dating apps, and I wanted to talk about why they're trash today.
Okay.
And if we have enough time, how we can fix it. So
yes, please, because they are trash.
I'm going to complain about women, and I'll afford you the opportunity to complain about men. Do you want to start, or you want me to start?
So I didn't say it's about complaining about women or men. I think it's just okay.
He said, he did.
All right.
Okay, wait. Now y'all got to catch me up, because I don't know a thing about no dating.
Apps?
No, I never ever knew about dating apps. Never had to.
Because
I've been married
she
since
got
I
with
was
her husband
20.
in 1980. Okay.
It was not 1980.
Damn near.
I'm trying to think of what I was doing in 1980.
A long time. I wasn't even born.
2003.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did dating apps really start like popping, and how many apps are there? Like,
There's a lot.
y'all got
So
to give me a
there's
little.
10 years.
There's a few. We could. Should I name drop? I can.
You can.
Name drop. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Badu's one. That'd be on the low. A lot of people don't know about that.
Badu?
One. Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah.
What's it?
Badu.
Oh,
Okay,
Badu.
but so when you give these dating apps, say like what the vibe is.
You wasn't gonna let me do that, huh? You just gonna.
I wanna-
You a control freak, I see. You wasn't gonna just let me. You didn't think I was efficient enough to do that? All right, watch this.
A
So
control
Badu.
freak? We're both Virgos, okay? Stop playing with me, okay? I'm not a control freak, okay?
All right. So Badu, is pretty good in certain countries, like especially if you're about to go abroad. But you'll find some women here too. That type of thing is like on a low. Not a lot of people do it. It's not. The paywalls are the lowest, so it's the lowest barrier to entry. Like you can still get your shit off without having to go through the paywall as much.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was going to say, because some of them are free and some of them are...
They are
gotta pay
all
for some of them?
technically free, but So in essence, you're shadow banned until you pay.
When you say pay, how much we talking? This is like monthly.
Shit. Some of them are $50 a month, $20 a week. It can go up to $500 a month for what they call platinum in one of the more devilish apps, which I won't drop that name. But yeah, they're horrible. So they can really run it up on you. And they've also gamified it on purpose. They get with the same psychologist that they do for casinos, so they can figure out ways to manipulate you into spending money.
Oh, it's a lot of manipulation.
So and you have to
keep nothing on here.
So you have to understand that you're working against the machine. You have an opportunity to do what it is that you do, but you are working against the machine. So you're not getting cooperation from the opposite sex. And if you leave the dating app successfully, which one of them markets themselves in that, right, you will actually no longer be a customer. So do you think that the person who is creating these apps in order to earn money is more concerned about making money, or are they more concerned about keeping you a customer, right? So they want to keep you a customer.
It's
they want to make money.
About making money,
right?
Though.
So they don't want. So if they successfully find you a match, wordplay, because they own. I don't know if y'all know that Match owns everything, right? You know that, right?
I didn't know they owned everything.
They bought the league. They bought the league. They bought POF. They bought Tinder.
POF and Tinder.
Plenty of fish.
And BLK, I think.
Yes, and they bought BLK, the league. There's a bunch more. Everyone damn near except for Bumble. Bumble refused. Yeah, they offered them a shit load of money to buy it too, but they didn't.
That's a lot of competition. It's all these apps out there for,
but it's all the same.
No,
company.
it's actually anti-competitive because they were different companies, but
now that they bought them, but I'm just saying all these different sites. That's a lot of.
It is. So we're gonna keep going though. So Bumble's weird. It's more of like a feminist app. They marketed themselves on letting the ladies make the choices first, right? That didn't really work out.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I know because women are
make choices first.
It's against their natural order.
I was going to say it's against their nature
pursuers.
to
What women generally do is at most they'll give you a hint. They might flirt a little bit, but as far as pursuit, a woman really doesn't want to jump into that masculine role, particularly feminine women, right? That's just not.
But I would, not pursue, but I would, let somebody know I'm interested.
Is that a pursuit or is that? How do you do that? Do you flirt? Right. Do you give little hints, or do you just
tell them I'm interested? Eye contact.
Okay,
I give you eye contact, and then if I know that I'm leaving, I saw something that I liked, whatever, I was interested, and I was getting ready to walk out, I'll give you the extra look, or if I'm like, damn, I can't, he could be my future husband, then I'll say something to you.
And
listen, like what? How you doing? That's it.
Hi.
You say?
Hi, how are you?
That is not pursuing.
Well, I wouldn't just say, hi, how are you? I'm like, are you single? I've done that before.
For women, for a feminine woman, that is probably pursuing. But you mean aggressively pursuing.
I'm not doing all that.
Well, a pursuit is aggressive.
Not always.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing that.
Aggressive?
I'm not aggressive when, in that aspect.
And that's all that's the point I was illustrating.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's saying aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and it doesn't mean like you're like out there. You're not throwing yourselves at them, but you might.
You straight out saying
you're
it,
as intentional as women expect men to be, right?
Yeah.
So that's all that is. I'm gonna keep going because we'll run through all of these and then we could take some deep dives. So that's the Bumble. They failed pretty much, and I don't know if you know, but they're all tanking. They're all losing because people are opting out. So that's the Bumble. Tinder, a lot of people say is a
the
party.
hookup.
Yeah, the hookup site, right? And you can tell based on how it's like you can swipe very instantly and all of that. So Hinge kind of makes you like look through the app, and it's mixed with a bunch of words and all that. So people get the idea that you would get more quality on that, but not necessarily. I don't think so. I don't think you can. It's under the guise of quality, whereas it will look like it. People will present themselves like that. But the same people who are on Hinge are on Tinder too, right? So the format, think about that. Most of these people have multiple apps. Did you only have one dating app, or you had
at one point for a while, and then I got another one.
You got another one, right?
And then I got another
so a lot of people have all the apps, right?
They all fucking failed me.
So think about it. You're not going into the app to meet different types of people. It's a different format. Right? So like, let's say all of us, if we went to a ball, we're going to be dressed a certain way. If we go to a nightclub, we're going to be dressed a certain way. But I think both of you have done both, right? I've done both, and you conduct yourselves differently. But all in all, is it a different person? Hell no. It's the same person. You're just being performative, right? Based on the environment. And when it all comes down to it, you're going to be with each other on a day-to-day basis. And depending on how you project it to be, how far that is away from your real you is how long your relationship will be sustained.
Yeah.
What's your favorite app out of all the ones y'all have said? What has been your favorite one?
What's the favorite app that I would say?
And the worst.
You know what?
Right. What's the favorite?
I don't favor any of them, to be honest. If I were gonna say what's the worst, and then there's OkCupid, which is weird.
Even if you don't have a favorite,
okay, what's the one you hate the least?
What's the one that you will go to first?
You had the best connection.
If you had to let them all go,
all right,
but keep one.
I would say Hinge is the one that you would probably go into and be able to pick from
and meet a real person.
No, not. I mean, you can meet a real person, all that, from any of them. It depends on your game. So you have to put different types of game in it depending on it.
I think I would say Hinge
only because
has the best.
it forces people to put more effort. So you'll have to do less to investigate. It's a lot easier to weed the wrong people out.
It is. I think I just think Hinge is easier to use as well. Like, I just think it's easier to use. It's like you scroll through, like you have to put, it's more user friendly.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think Tinder is way easier. Like, depending on what it is your
I don't
function
know
is, right?
Tinder.
Because
I don't think I've ever
you
been
can
on
literally
Tinder.
just hit it and look at all the pictures real quick. Oh, that's an X. You know, like it's you can
same
be
thing
way
with
more
Hinge.
efficient. Like for doom scrolling, and see what women don't understand is you don't have to be nearly as efficient as men do, right? Men have to be extremely efficient. For every 145 swipes we give, you get one match. The average person, right? Some results may vary.
I agree, because for every 145 people I see, I might think only one is nice looking, or I might be attracted to only one.
Think about that. That is crazy.
That
yeah,
is
so
crazy.
that
I'm
just goes
picky
to
though.
That's crazy.
you're a woman. So yes, I get it. And I understand it. We established this. We dig it. And there's no problem with you being super picky. But just think about that, the male experience, right? Because you're going to get a whole bunch of matches that you never solicited, right? You're going to be like, oh, okay, this person. That doesn't happen for men. You will literally look at your joint a week later and have no matches, no interest.
That happened to me before. And I
well, you
reached
got
out like,
them.
what's wrong with, why is this, why is the app broke?
Well, I'm going to tell you,
Is
were
it
you
the
inactive?
profile?
Were you inactive?
No.
Well, you're doing something wrong.
So wait,
might have to
and I
help you
had a
with that.
paid membership, right? So I had a paid
You
membership.
said I might have to help you with that?
Yeah,
You
man.
gonna help
I had
her
a
with
paid
her account?
membership at the time, and I wasn't
Oh,
getting
I've
anything.
helped women with their apps before.
I was
like,
not
yeah.
getting
So
anything.
what
As soon as
is-
I not paid, as soon as I let that run out, all of a sudden it was like 40 something. You know, it was like a lot.
When you didn't
Yeah,
pay?
I said, oh, there must be a glitch. I don't know. Nobody liked me.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not a glitch. So what happens is they'll it's almost like breadcrumbing or you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like when
it's
you're
breadcrumbing from
yeah, they're
everywhere.
like, oh wait, they're about to leave. Hold on. We gotta reel them back in.
Like, can you give me one
so
like?
yeah, this
It's
is
like
like
you said,
this
the
is like
casino.
the shadow
Yeah.
banning.
It
Lose
is.
and they give you a
But
little
were you
something.
liking men in that time or no?
Yeah, I was.
Oh damn.
That's what I'm
No, you was
saying.
active
Like, yeah.
and not getting any hits.
Yeah, so I just
We
I
might
mean, I've
have
had good connections from Hinge
we might have to
before.
tweak your profile a little bit.
So for men, what are
Yeah,
you?
maybe.
Obviously, you're looking at pictures.
About to get off
and
of
stuff,
it.
right?
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
The first draw.
That's the first draw.
is the
Absolutely.
pictures.
For men and women alike. But go ahead.
Yeah, and women.
Yeah.
So that's the first.
Yeah, I don't
draw.
swipe on paragraphs, do you?
No, I'm just
I
saying.
read them though.
no.
I do read them. People
That-
don't read your
right.
profiles though. That's what got me.
Well, that was what my
Well,
next
men-
question was. Do men even really care about the profile,
tell you-
or is it just the
They don't.
picture?
They wanna see a
no.
man.
Listen,
We gonna
it's,
see
it's
the-
wildly inefficient to do that. You can't read a profile until you're like at least a couple steps in, at the bare minimum. All right, so I'm going to
Wait,
give you the no. I'm going to tell you
Yeah,
why.
what-
Time out. I just told you for every 145 swipes on average, you're going to get one match. Just imagine if I read 144 and then got nothing out of it. What the hell did I just do with my day? Hold on.
You're not going to read all, but I'm saying, like, let's say, just to your point, to somebody who you're physically attracted to from the picture, do you read that profile before you get into
No,
digging in? I
because
just
they're
want
going
to
to
know.
show when you first jump into the algorithm. They're going to show you a bunch of women that you're attracted to. You can't read any of them. There's no
Because y'all
time.
was attracted to anything. That's the problem.
No, you're full of shit.
No, you're full of shit.
Well,
Because
listen,
let me tell you,
what?
I might have a bunch of likes in here. I'm like, ew, what? Why would he even think about? Okay.
You were offended, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like this. Oh, she has 2 legs. Oh, you know what? She got hair. Like,
No,
who cares?
it's not that deep. So here's how the algorithm works. They found out very quickly. First off, they have software built in to understand if your symmetry is right, if you're objectively beautiful, if you took low quality pictures, if there's a lot of blur in it, and all of that. So they know if you're going to catch or you're going to not. They believe it or not, they can detect
Well,
that.
can they
and
tell
then
me?
They're going to yeah, absolutely. And I can tell you if I looked at your app what I would think.
Let's see.
And
While you're running your game right now,
yeah,
go ahead.
you
Let's
keep
see.
breaking me up.
Let's see
So
what my profile
they'll be able to understand
is
that.
worthy.
So, and then they're gonna solidify it and test it. Your
Look. See, he don't even care about the paragraphs.
okay. You know what?
What?
Yeah, no, fuck the paragraphs for now. We didn't get to that point yet. Until we message, I'm not going to invest in your paragraph.
Wait. That's the problem. That is the problem with you guys.
So you don't want to know if she's at least intelligent.
You just match based off of the looks and then you read the paragraphs?
So no, he's saying he's not even gonna read the paragraph. He's saying he's gonna look and then he might have a conversation first, chat first before he ever looks at the
first
paragraph.
You like or whatever, or if you sometimes people might snipe or something really catch their eye, but it's usually like it's gonna catch everyone's eye. So that's like.
So what is my thing?
What does it say?
No, you don't have to read it.
I'm not gonna read it. No,
I'm just saying. What's my thing? What does it look like? Like.
Yeah, you could use a bit work. You could use a bit of work for sure. Hell yeah, we could use some work. I'm not saying you took bad pictures, but you didn't post the right pictures. No.
What kind of pictures should I be posting?
Pictures?
Better pictures.
Like what?
All right, so like this
me?
stance right here. Nah, fuck that. You agree with this stance right here? What do you think that's gonna say? Right here. What do you think that says? What does it say?
It said, "Here's a full body pic of me."
Yeah, but look at your posture. It's not
Am
inviting.
I in a job interview? Because look
what not inviting.
You gave me your phone and told me to.
Okay, I'm listening.
Analyze it. Like
how
why you don't
see that posture?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not pulling me in. This right here.
Well, I can tell you, people like it. It pulls them in.
All right. So look.
All right. So go ahead. So what else?
This one right here. This one is a little more fun, right? But
I try to show like what my real body looks like, so people don't think like it's a catfish.
Yeah, you can't catfish.
That's because men want to see your figure and they want to see all that.
You got your stomach out on this one right here.
See,
you got the tummy out. This is a decent picture, but then again,
that's probably one of my.
You probably should have pulled
pictures.
in. This one shouldn't have been the full body, and this one right here.
What? Right. Is it not good? Is it not good?
Look, take your phone back. We're gonna work on this.
Is it not good?
We're gonna work on this.
We're gonna work on this. I'm gonna get you right.
I don't see anything wrong.
But, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna delete the app.
Real quick before we.
All right, go ahead. Go into
real quick. I'm just gonna give you the numbers real quick and what this means. So basically, 145 swipes for one match. Out of those one matches, 10 of them might come into a legit conversation where you actually make contact. So think about it. I've swiped 1,450 times before I've had a conversation for the average man. Now, right? So basically if you look at these numbers, 72,000 times before the average man gets into a relationship. That's a lot of work. What do you think I would read 72,000 paragraphs?
No, I'm not expecting you to read all
We're
that.
not going to read anything. Until you agree that you like me too, I don't want to read anything. It doesn't make sense.
I don't know if I like you.
Yeah, and then you'll find out. But once you give me a hit,
reading it might tell you that you don't even want to have a conversation.
No, but it doesn't matter.
That's my thing.
Bro, I know dudes who doom scroll without looking. The no look doom scroll.
Okay, they're idiots. First
of
all,
it's effective. It's efficient.
But
your
this is what's
entire
annoying
approach
to
is
me,
different.
right? So if I put on there, I do not in caps because people don't read my profile. Clearly now I know they don't.
It's stupid.
I do not want children. And then you're reaching out to me and you're like, oh, I want kids. I said, well, like, why are you reaching out to me? I don't want any. I don't say that, but I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't want any more children.
So what?
Like, well, we can just be friends.
But I don't care if I offended you because I never even met you and I don't have to face you in real life. Just like women don't care when they flake. You know how flaky women are on the apps?
No, I would not. No.
You wouldn't, but guess what? 99% of your peers do.
And
they're ruining it
down.
for you.
I let somebody down.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy just recently, he was he liked my profile, whatever, we were talking, and we had a good conversation. I was like, okay, this might lead to an actual date. Well, I showed somebody that I know, and she said, girl, I messed with him. I said, oh, okay, never mind. So I sent him a message back. I said, listen, my friend, she said she dealt with you, whatever. And then I said, so I'm not gonna be interested. He didn't even respond, but he just X'd me. He unmatched me.
Well, it makes sense. What's the point?
Shout out
at
to
that
you.
point, you already.
And he was like, I follow you on social media. He unfollowed me, everything.
Oh, damn, he unfollowed.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever.
All right, so how is your strategy working? What is your strategy? And is it working for you?
Here's the strategy. Here's what the strategy is. Efficiency, right? Because you got to understand how flaky women are, how apprehensive. You realize how apprehensive women are? Women are flaky as hell, apprehensive as hell. So the women will be talking crazy on everything. But then as soon as time for the rubber to meet the road, they want to back out, make excuses, all of that. So you have to be a volume shooter. If you want to make buckets, you got to be a volume shooter.
I can understand that.
Because women are wildly apprehensive and flaky. If they weren't, and they were genuine, if they were what they say they were and wanted what they say they wanted, no. So you'd be surprised. What you got to understand is women are liars, straight up. They will say one thing on the app, and then they will switch it. Like women will come up and be like, oh, I'm looking for my life partner. Oh, or this and this and that. But that woman might not purpose you that way. She's talking about sex stuff all through, like graphic sexual explicit joints in
the chat.
Yeah,
so she really doesn't want a life partner. She wants to
within
be
20 minutes.
Demolished.
Within 20 minutes. But it says I'm looking for a life partner. Right? I want someone who's dating with intention. If you're throwing sex,
I agree with that.
You're leading with sex.
I do agree with that.
And that's just because women might purpose you that way. But then that same woman will want this guy for his boyfriend energy and gatekeep and have him doing a whole struggle.
No,
So,
I have family and
for you
friends
guys
that's
for that.
on this
Just because of that.
site, but they say men do the same thing.
men do what?
The same thing.
What do you think the
Say
end
that
game
they-
is for men?
Sex.
It's
Right.
sex.
And so,
But I'm saying
you
putting
know
in their
that. That's public
profile
knowledge.
with one thing and then you
Well,
know
Because
the
you were,
women are
you were
fake.
you were
It ain't just-
rejected
it ain't
because
just
you were
women.
rejected otherwise. Women don't get rejected otherwise.
But here's the question: this is how do you know if somebody is being authentic? Then how do you know if it like it's just like
You gotta have to
like
meet
how
them.
would you know?
But how you get to
This
that
is true.
point?
Well, you got to work in your vetting process, right? You have to see. You let them lead and see where they take you. As a
I mean,
woman.
I'd rather like I usually am pretty clear. Like I don't want to pen pal. Don't be pen paling me for all this time.
Yeah, I saw you wrote that.
He read it. He read it.
I'm proud of you. Yes, I don't want to pen pal all this time. Like, here's the thing. Like, I want to get the whole meetup out of the way.
How soon
okay?
would you meet with a dude?
The same week.
Okay, I thought you was about to say the same night. I was about to say, damn.
It depends on if I'm
You might-
free and they're free. Then okay.
Yeah, because there's a section on Tinder that says free tonight. Like,
Oh
That's-
yeah.
It says
if you
free
go-
tonight. If you
yeah,
read it
free
But is
tonight.
that
Yeah.
what
Really?
is that really saying?
Um.
Free how? Free to.
Well, look, to
Chat or
date, it's a
free?
dating app. So yeah, it's free to do what you want.
No.
Free to meet, I guess.
Yeah. So I mean, immediately as long as our schedule aligns, I'm cool. Like, but I think that the problem is a lot of times guys don't really say that. They'll say like, "Oh, you're so busy." Well, what else am I supposed to do? I got bills to pay. Like, I gotta be busy.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
if you're willing to meet within the same week, that's
so
very
just say,
reasonable.
hey, like, are you free Friday or Saturday? And okay, I'll let you know. Like, it's not that hard. There's some people who it's like they get it,
Rather
and some
than
people
what? Chatting every good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful.
don't. Good morning, me beautiful. What are you doing?
All right, well,
Did you eat?
Help us out. Help us out. What would be
weeks?
Why do you want
I-
to know if I ate?
They're just showing that they care.
How do you
They're
care?
concerned.
Do they really though?
How would I know? I mean, it depends on the individual.
Based on what you
Trev, don't
say.
be
Maybe
doing
he
that to no
does.
women. What are you
I-
doing?
no,
Did you
I'm not
eat? HRU.
Right.
No.
If you I swear, if you HR me, like act like I'm.
You know
40
that ain't really. They don't care.
No. So
You
go
said
ahead.
the end
Help-
game is what?
Help the
Sex.
gentleman.
So they really care.
No, well, that's the initial goal, right? Sex is the primary focus, right? We're wired 10x, right? I don't know if people understand the part of our brain that actually.
I understand it because
is
I have part of
responsible
that
for.
brain too.
No, but it doesn't. See, you don't understand it, or else you would not try to make the parallels between women, right? There is no parallel. We literally work up in working mode.
Yeah,
We
right.
wake up in working mode. That we are wired to procreate, right? Whereas women are wired to pre-select. That's different. We don't have that function. Like it's an imperative. So a woman's energy would be I would say like a solar panel, right? You can get light. You need the
solar
sun. It can store the energy and be released when necessary. A man would be more.
Interesting.
Listen, a man would be more compared to a steam engine. Whereas if I'm constantly building steam, and if I don't purge, it's an emergency.
I can't. I don't even know. That is actually a great.
Nobody
that is a
gets.
great
No one gets
analogy.
mad at the steam engine for being a steam engine, and no one gets mad at the solar panel for being a solar
That is
panel.
a great analogy. I give you that.
So
Okay, so
Okay.
you just have to understand what it is that you're dealing with. So that is the male priority. It is what it is. Now, will we want other things, right? Sure. I'm going to smash all the time. I'm a lover boy at heart, though. Real talk. I can't be because there's, women are shit for the most part. But yeah, I would.
I think it's.
I like many
yeah.
other things
I'm
about
a good
women.
woman.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Do you want a long-term relationship? Long-term relationship?
I think I'd
What do
do it
you want?
again. But I'm skeptic and almost cynical about it.
You don't think that there's
at this
no
point.
good woman at all?
No, I didn't say
No, I'm
that,
asking
but it
you
would
that.
be difficult for me to run into it. Like I find out that women basically have a lot of issues, and they don't really understand what it is that they want. So how could they tell you?
Well, okay,
what they
so I
want,
can
right?
understand that.
That's
That
difficult.
I can understand because I think that's what a lot of times happens. Women say they want this and they don't want this,
Yeah.
and they go back and forth.
Mhm.
I get all that, but you're full of shit when you say that women are shitty. Okay, because you're labeling women as
Based
a whole.
on your experience.
Like I don't think
as a
men are shitty overall.
whole. Right.
I think that the good ones just aren't the ones that I meet. They're probably at home reading a book.
Right. Based on your
All right,
experience,
so
your commentary.
maybe I'll retract that. So I mean, in generally, and I will stand on that 10 toes.
Mm-hmm.
In general, women are shitty
based on your experience.
based on the male experience.
Based on
the male experience, based on dating app evidence, based on Pew Research, based on anecdotal evidence, based on the birth rate decline.
and when you say shitty in what way?
How they treat
And
you.
all
How
right,
they
so
treat
first off,
you.
women pride themselves on being communicators, and they always stress that men need to communicate. I need a good communicator, but women don't know how to communicate. That's
Some
a serious
women
problem.
don't know how to communicate.
You got to show me a woman who knows how to communicate,
I know how to
and then
communicate.
I'll start to believe you. I don't know. That to me,
Some women do not know how to communicate.
Okay, well, all right. How about
You
this?
know what?
I'll go with the most. Most women don't know how to
Uh-huh.
communicate effectively at all because they have the things where they're like, oh well, I don't really want to do that, or maybe I shouldn't say that. You'll have a bunch of things on your mind and not take the chance to carefully articulate it. You
I
will
agree.
hold
And
it,
then you're
and you will try to
think you're
give.
supposed to be your mind
Yes,
reader.
and
I
that's
understand
bullshit.
that.
And do you not agree that most women do that?
Yes, I do.
Do you
Yeah.
think it's
I
silly
agree that
for a
most
woman
women-
to be an advocate of communication while
They're not
contradicting
communicating.
themselves
They're not
on a regular
I
communicating.
want
basis?
that.
I do
Those are
agree with
things
that,
that I
yes.
definitely agree on. And
So
this
what are we
is-
talking about?
No,
You
no,
guys are supporting my
Because you
argument.
saying all women are shitty. Some women, yes.
Oh my gosh!
Some.
So we want to go ahead and talk about the outliers, right? And I do understand that you may be an outlier, right? I have to speak to your husband one-on-one and see.
You
I
can.
believe-
Clearly, she's been together for 20
you
years.
can.
So,
So I think it's likely.
free.
I think it's likely. But I do believe you, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm still about to prove it. I'm from the show me state, but
oh, here we go.
if I had to say that'd be probably communication, so I would say yes because the proof is in the pudding. She's had a very successful relationship for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you on the other hand, ma'am, Jay, I don't know. We'd have to figure out what you might have been doing wrong.
So she's doing something wrong.
Absolutely,
Automatically.
she did something wrong, and I'm not.
To
I'm
say
not going
what?
to
Because
absolve.
she's not married.
I'm not going to
she's done
absolve
something wrong?
responsibility. Yeah, because she's had a 100% failure rate. Which, if you're not, no.
Well, I mean, that's true. It is
it's
true.
yes, it is, and a lot
I
of people
know
like
I
to
did
say that we're
wrong.
at. Okay, so are you continuing to do that wrong?
Well, no, because I'm not in a relationship.
No, but your actions, like when you because there's many other things leading up to it. The way you communicate in the beginning, how you set the tone.
No, I had a great relationship. My a 12-year relationship was a great relationship. I was in a marriage where I was 16 years old. I was young and lasted for 8 years, and it was an abusive relationship.
Oh,
And
abuse
then-
is different. That's something.
Yeah, and then
that's
I
out
was
of your control.
I was in a great 12-year relationship and had a child, and we bought a house together and everything. And I chose to walk away.
What would make
So
you
that
do
was a-
something like that?
I don't know, we talked about this before, but I didn't feel, you know how like at some point you lose that like fire and passion. And I think that's just what I lost. I felt like we were just on different pages and
That
he was a
sounds
lot,
crazy
hold on,
to
he
me.
was a lot older than me. Okay. So, but I'm able to self-reflect.
Okay.
So if I could have done it differently, I probably would have done differently, maybe put in work just to see if like we were kind of like done. But like I said, it was a 14-year difference. So I think that played a role too. Like, he was a lot older than me. So.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what do you think the odds of you actually being successful in your next relationship are?
That's a hard answer. Like I want to be 100% successful. I don't want to get into anything unless I know that it is that. So, which is why I think it's been so difficult because, you know.
You're vetting a lot harder.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little different.
The same question goes to you because you're not married, right?
Yeah,
And so
wait, say that again.
I said
yeah,
that's a.
So you
I'm
critiquing
failed. I
over
just failed
here,
it.
but
I just
what's
failed.
your
I just failed at
failure?
that. Oh hell yeah! I had
Okay.
many failures. You want to know?
How long were you married for?
We're talking about
Or in together?
07.
Okay, so long
So
time.
what makes you fail? There was things that red flags, not about the person per se, but about compatibility issues that
That's
I
huge.
absolutely ignored in the beginning, and I absolutely have to take responsibility for that. That was something where it's like, damn, you know, you look at the things and you focus on what you love about the person, and you don't take the pragmatic approach.
Yeah.
And I think that we really should, because at some point you have to be practical. And I'm now very cynical because that was my biggest mistake, is having the good faith. So I no longer give people the benefit of the doubt. I give you the doubt of the benefit until
Yeah,
proven
you move differently
otherwise.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So, but it doesn't mean that I don't give you a fair shake. It just means I have a very low tolerance level.
Okay.
So
So what did we learn?
what did we learn? Don't give people the benefit of the doubt. Don't think that you can change people. Don't think that you can fix people. Understand that what you see right now is what you're always going to see, possibly amplified. So everything that you
mic
really
drop.
don't like it's about that person, just understand that it could get even worse.
And to
Right.
close out the apps, are the apps working or
They're
not
all
working?
shitty.
They're
I
yeah,
don't know. I did have
about-
some
I
great
don't know
connections
about-
on the app. Anyway, but tune in, like, share, comment, subscribe. See you later.